Welcome back to Apex Sci-Fi. We have always wondered why bad things happen to good people. Why does it rain when you wash your car? Why do socks disappear in the dryer? Why does the platypus exist? Religion tells us it is a great mystery. Science tells us it is probability. But what if it's neither? What if the Earth is simply a computer program that hasn't been updated in 4,000 years? What if miracles are just developer patches? And what if the end of the world isn't a judgment, but simply a system reboot, because the server is overheating? Imagine discovering that the angels aren't celestial beings of light, but tired, outsourced customer service agents working in a call center in the Andromeda galaxy, reading from a script and trying to upsell you on a new afterlife package. Today's story is about a man named Kevin. He woke up one Tuesday to find that gravity had stopped working for 5 minutes and his cat was barking. He found a phone number etched into a burning bush. He called it. And he spent the next hour arguing with a divine technician about why humanity shouldn't be reformatted. This is the story of how a support ticket saved the world. If you have ever waited on hold for 2 hours only to be disconnected, smash that like button. You have experienced purgatory. And if you want to see an angel ask, have you tried turning the sun off and on again? Subscribe and ring the bell. Please listen closely as our menu options have changed. Kevin sat on his ceiling. He wasn't Spider-Man. He was just a guy whose morning coffee had floated out of the mug and hit the fan. This is weird, Kevin muttered, looking out the window. Outside the sky was purple. The clouds were arranged in perfect square blocks, like a low-resolution video game. A squirrel ran up a tree, froze, buffered for 3 seconds and then teleported to the roof. Glitch, Kevin realized. The Matrix is glitching. Suddenly his toaster began to ring. Not a beep. A ringtone. It sounded like a choir of harps. Kevin floated over to the toaster. A digital display appeared on the side. Incoming call, admin. He pressed the bagel button to answer. Hello. Thank you for calling Universal Tech Support, a bored voice said. My name is Metatron, but you can call me Steve. How can I help you today? Steve. Kevin asked. Where are you? Why am I on the ceiling? Ah yes. We are experiencing some latency issues in Sector Earth. We pushed a patch update last night, Evolution 4.5, but it seems to have conflicted with the physics driver. Are you currently experiencing loss of gravity, or perhaps spontaneous combustion? Gravity. And my cat is barking. Right. Audio files got swapped. Standard bug. Look sir, I'm looking at your system specs here. There was the sound of typing on a celestial keyboard. Yeah, I see the problem. You guys are running on TerraOS 98. That is a legacy operating system. We stopped supporting that 3 millennia ago. Honestly, I'm surprised the planet hasn't blue-screened yet. TerraOS. Kevin panicked. Wait, are you saying Earth is just software? Hardware and software, sir. It's a simulation. And frankly, your RAM is full. You have too many users. 7 billion processes running at once? The fan is screaming. That's what you call global warming. It's just the CPU overheating. So fix it. Kevin yelled. Update the drivers. I can't, Steve sighed. Your hardware is obsolete. You have dinosaurs in your cache memory. You have the pyramids taking up huge amounts of space for no reason. The only way to fix these glitches is a hard reset. A hard reset? Yeah. We wipe the drive. Format C. Reinstall the Garden of Eden. Start fresh. We call it the Apocalypse Protocol. It's standard procedure. We did it once before with the Great Flood update. Worked pretty well, cleared out a lot of bugs. Except for the mosquitoes. Those things are persistent malware. Kevin pushed himself off the ceiling and grabbed a lamp to anchor himself. No. You can't wipe us. I have plans this weekend. Sir, please calm down. We can back up your consciousness to the cloud. Literally the clouds. You'll be in heaven mode. It's very relaxing. Unlimited buffet, harp music, zero conflict. I don't want the cloud. I want my life. Look, Steve, isn't there another way? Can't you just delete some temp files? Steve paused. Well, I could try to defragment the timeline, but it's risky. It causes something called the Mandela effect. You might remember things differently. Logos changes, movie quotes shift. It frees up space, but it makes everyone feel like they're going crazy. Do it. Kevin begged. Make me forget the 90s if you have to. Just turn gravity back on. Okay, let me check with the manager, Steve said. Please hold. Elevator music began to play. It was a smooth jazz version of Hallelujah. Kevin waited. He watched his floating coffee turn into a solid block of ice, then into a pigeon. Steve came back on the line. Okay, good news? The manager, Big G, says we can delay the apocalypse. But we have to cut some features to save processing power. What features? We're turning off common sense. It uses too much CPU. We're also disabling karma, so bad things will happen to good people randomly. It saves a ton of bandwidth. That sounds terrible. It's that or the delete button, Kevin. Also, we're gonna patch the physics engine with quantum mechanics. It basically means things only exist if you look at them. It's a lazy render trick, but it keeps the frame rate up. Fine. Kevin shouted. Just fix it. Initiating hotfix. Steve typed. 3, 2, 1, thud. Kevin fell from the ceiling and hit the floor. The coffee splashed onto the rug. The cat meowed. The sky turned blue again. It worked, Kevin gasped. Steve? Are you there? I'm here, Steve sounded exhausted. Ticket closed. Please fill out the survey after the call. If you rate me 5 stars, I get a new pair of wings. Wait, Kevin asked. What about the platypus? Why is that still a thing? Oh, that, Steve laughed. That's not a bug. The manager made that when he was drunk. He thinks it's funny. He locked the file so we can't delete it. One last question, Kevin said. What happens when the system gets too old to patch? There was a long silence. Let's just say, hope we get the funding for Earth 2. But don't hold your breath. The developers are really focused on Mars right now. It's the new flagship project. Click. The toaster went silent. Kevin sat on his floor. He looked at his cat. We're running on Windows 98, he whispered to the cat. The cat looked at him and said, nobody will believe you. Then the cat walked away. Kevin blinked. Steve? Was that a glitch? No answer. This has been Apex Sci-Fi. The next time you walk into a room and forget why you're there, don't worry. You aren't losing your mind. It's just the server refreshing your cache. If you think we are living in a simulation running on a potato, hit that like button. Comment below. What is a glitch in the Matrix you have experienced? Subscribe. And save your work often. System rebooting?